Hey guys, what's up? Fur Daddy here. Today I'm coming at you with a couple of money makers. One of them requires a couple of friends but can make you a huge amount of money. The other one has had profit margins that have been incredibly increased since the release of Endwalker. So if you guys just stay tuned, sit back, and I will walk you through how to make some more Gil. So the first moneymaker is going to be farming Stormblood bosses. Now I've talked about this in previous videos, but it required a lot more coordination. I'm going to show you guys some footage of a couple of fights we did and some of the mechanics and the way they've changed, like a little mini guide in this as well. But I'll show you some of the prices that we're talking about with these things. So if we just go to, I don't know, like Astrologian, for example. You can see like Shinryu, there isn't even any of these going up right now, and they sell relatively often. Like these ones sell really good. Like see, they sell one every couple days. These ones sell pretty frequently as well. Oh, whoops. You can just see which ones have demand to craft them, but also the flames that make them. I'll show you here. The flames you can use to make these, the scarlet tail feathers or whatever, go for a lot themselves, and those also sell pretty frequently, as you can see. So if you don't want to do this, like actually farm the boss, you can make profit just buying these, but it is a little bit slow to sell the final products. This is just a passive money maker, but you can get these at a pretty quick rate. So I did this for under an hour, and I was able to get 5 of these, which is 1 mil, which is pretty good. And I was in a party with other people who were rolling on it as well. So I'm going to go over a footage of one of the fights I did. You only need 4 people for this, which is really good. We did Suzaku and we did Seiryu, but the other ones are definitely possible as well, but I'll just give those 2 as an example now. So pretty early on into the fight, you're going to get these markers on you, and you just want to not detonate them on the phoenixes in the middle. And then a little bit later on in the fight, you're going to get those markers again. What's going to happen is you're going to get a bunch of feathers that pop down. So there's going to be small feathers and big feathers. This is why you need 4 people for it. You might be able to do it with 3, but it's really easy with 4. You just take out one of the feathers each, and then each person with a little detonator goes and blows up the marker. Then you pull your phoenix way back to that spot, and then you can just kill it in like 1 hit. So that's super easy. And that's that phase of the fight. The next phase of the fight is pretty straightforward as well. You just have a little DDR section, which is like the normal mode if you've done that one. And finally, the last phase that you really have to deal with is telegraphs, whether they move in or out on the pulls. And the easy way to remember that is MM, Mesmerizing Melody, is out, and RR is in. Usually I find it's Mesmerizing Melody, but I think it's random. And then you just have this thing where like the 4 sections of the map turn into different colors, and the phoenix will go around the edge, and as the phoenix hits each one, it'll detonate and stun you. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it goes a lot faster if you know what you're doing here, and I can show you that right now. So I'm going to play some footage of the next fight here. This one's a lot lighter on mechanics. So the main things that you need to know are during the section, the ads phase, when you get tethers on you, if you get a tether, just point it out. The other thing that the healers might need to pay attention to is when you're killing the big earlobe dudes, they explode every single time you kill them, so you got to make sure you're topped up for that. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. So that's the first phase all done. And then for the second phase, there's also a big tank buster that pops up. You just want to make sure you invuln for that. When you get to the second phase of the fight, it's pretty straightforward as well. You just got to watch where the waves come from, because they'll knock you around. So run out of the water, and then make sure that you watch the snakes for where they bash you around. And then the later stage of the fight is pretty straightforward as well. Just get knocked into the proper position and avoid the big water guy's hands. The most hectic it gets is right near the end, where you have to get knocked into the right spot, and I'm showing that now. But after a couple tries, you guys will get it just fine, and it's very easy to do with 4 people. This is also a great way to get your dogs if you haven't gotten them already. That's actually what we were doing originally, and we stumbled upon this being really easy as a moneymaker. So that's one way to make money, is doing these old extremes. They're pretty straightforward, and I'll provide some resources in the description for Shadowbringers unsynced ones, and I'll also be probably clearing these on stream on Mondays and possibly Wednesdays. So if you are into that, you can check me out there as well, and I'll be doing some of the other fights. So that's a really good way to make money. As for actually unlocking these, you want to start with the quest, an auspicious encounter. And you get that in the Ruby Sea from Soraban, and that will start the quest line to do the normal unlocks. You have to do a couple of dungeons as well as a few normal trials. And once you conclude that, it'll be really easy for you to do the extreme ones as a result. So hopefully that was a good one. It does require a few people, but it is a really good moneymaker. And if this is what you guys are doing to make money right now, again, I'm always sorry. So let's move on to the next moneymaker that is a lot more approachable and straightforward. So if you see my other crafting free combat making video or money making videos, you'll recognize this guy right here, but this is completely been blown open with Endwalker. So right now, the materia 9s and 10s are still worth a lot of money, but obviously people don't want certain ones. So right now, Piety, Quick Arm, and Battle Dance materias are going for like basically nothing. So I want to explain how this works. What we're going to be doing is transmuting materia, and how it works is when you transmute materia, you can give them 5 pieces of any materia. So we can give them one of these, and let's say 3 of these. And then I will get a materia in return. So these each costed 1k each, so a total of 5k. And then these will get processed in this machine here. It won't do the cutscene every time. And when it gives you one, it will give you a Gatherer's Guerdon Materia 9, which that one's not worth a huge amount, but we can get crits, which are worth 15k, 9k. So I want to explain, because I have talked about this before, but I want to explain how the break-even point works on these. So when you give them a certain type of materia, you can take the total price of the materia that you give them. So for example, if I have my Piety, Quick Arm, and Battle Dance materia, and I know that each one of them is under like 2k, then I can take the average price of the other materias that I'm not contributing towards it. So take all the Savage Might and Heaven's Eye and everything materia 9s. I don't know the odds for the 10s, so I don't take that into account. That's just like a bonus for me. So then I take the amount for all the other ones. So for example, let's say the average price of all the other materias is like 10k. So I know that I don't want to spend more than 10k on the materias that I'm buying and contributing towards that list. So if I only spend 5k on it, then I'm making an average of 5k profit every single time. So that's like a really, really good moneymaker right now because this materia is really cheap. So you can also, if you wake up early enough in the morning, can take advantage of cross data center travel to visit the other data centers and stock up on these. That's what I'm doing today. And yeah, it's going to probably be a little bit harder after this video comes out, but it's still always a good way to make money because people are always tossing it up. But remember to take into consideration the formula for the break-even point. There is a website I have in the description, but it's not updated to the materia 9s and 10s, so you kind of have to do the math yourself. So remember, it's the price of the materia that you have contributed, that price, and then the price of the average price of the rest of the materia that you could get, and subtract the first price from the second price, and you get your average profit per materia. So I'm not a math expert or anything, but hopefully that illuminates stuff for you. So yeah, that is these 2 money makers. Hopefully those were good. Just a little extra money maker if you're getting bored of farming materia. I have some more substantial videos coming out in the future, but I just thought I would make a video just to get everybody's money ready for 6.1. Let's get into the outro of the video. Okay, yeah, this is the outro of the video. I had another video planned this week. If you guys watch my streams, I talked about it briefly, but I just didn't really want to make... I was going to make basically like a rant video, but I didn't really want to bring that energy to my channel, and I instead decided to make this video last minute, so if it's a little rushed, that's why. But I still think these are valuable money makers and can still make you guys a lot of gil. I do have that other video edited, and if people really want to see it, I'll post it, but I don't really think people want to see that who watch my channel. So yeah, make sure you join my Discord. We always talk about money makers in there first, and follow me on Twitch. That's even earlier than the Discord we talk about stuff. I'll be streaming tonight, so hopefully I see you guys there. Catch you later.